Google just reported earnings and the stock dropped by over 7%. Despite the reaction, this was another impressive quarter from Google. Search revenue grew by 13% to $48 billion. YouTube ads grew 16% to $9.2 billion. Google subscriptions grew 23% to $10.8 billion. And Google Cloud grew 26% to $9.2 billion. The one disappointment was Google Network, which saw a 2% decline. To put those numbers in perspective, Google has now reported $307 billion of revenue over the last 12 months, $74 billion of net income and $124 billion of adjusted EBITDA. Net income in 2023 was also 23% higher than the year before, so now the stock is valued at only 24 times earnings. Account for one-off restructuring charges and the multiple is slightly lower at 22. So why did the stock drop? The obvious answer is that while results were good, they weren't quite good enough. Google's total advertising revenue may have grown 11%, but it came in just below analyst estimates. And zooming out, Google's full-year revenue growth at just under 9% is the lowest in the company's recent history. More broadly, there's a clear debate going on about the future of Google search and its place in a world of artificial intelligence. If AI tools and chatbots take market share away from Google search, the stock would face significant downside pressure since search continues to be the company's largest revenue driver. But Google is an AI leader in its own right, and improvements to Google search could keep the company ahead of rivals for years to come. If that's the case, then Google's valuation and huge cash balance means the stock may have many more years of strong returns ahead. Let's assume a scenario where Google is able to grow its net income at a rate of 9% per year for the next 5 years, and then trade at a similar PE multiple of 24. In that scenario, net income would equal $114 billion in 5 years' time. Account for share buybacks in the region of 2% a year, and the company would be worth roughly $2.7 trillion in 5 years' time, which works out to an annualized return of just over 11% per year. That seems conservative when you consider Google's historical earnings growth is over 18% a year. So there are clear risks to owning Google stock, but those risks are not yet showing up in the financial statements. Meanwhile, Google still has an ecosystem of billions of users which it can monetize further, a huge pile of cash and a number of fast-growing segments. As a result, I continue to give the stock a bullish rating, but these are my personal opinions, not financial advice, and I do hold shares in Google. For more investing videos, make sure to join my newsletter at 3minutebreakdowns.com. Thank you for watching.